everybody, it's Dana. Glad to have you back with me today. As you can tell by the start of my video, I'm going to be joining in on a Coffee's Lover blog hop. I'm also going to be tackling the day 4 of the Daily Marker 30-day color challenge. So let's go ahead and get started with making a coffee themed card, because if I'm going to join in a coffee blog hop, I have to have a coffee themed card. All right, I'm going to use this adorable stamp set here. This is called, this is from the Sweet Shop, and this is called Coffee Town. Who would not want to live in Coffee Town? Lord knows I would every single morning that I wake up. All right, so I'm going to just pick out a few of the images here. I'm just going to grab the cute little coffee cup, and I'm going to grab one of the sentiments, and I think I'll grab the very large coffee sentiment. That would be kind of fun to color in because it has open fonts, so it'd be cute to color in. I'm going to grab my Memento ink because I need to color with my Spectrum Noir markers, and that is the best, in my opinion anyway, ink to use to color. All right, everything is lined up. Let's go ahead and get some ink on this. But you know what? I think first what I want to do is stamp this off on a piece of scrap paper, because this is the first time I'm using this stamp set, and I want to make sure I get a good impression before I actually take it to my good paper. So let's take a peek. Yep, looks pretty good. All right, onward and upward. I'm going to go ahead and line everything up and press my ink down, but I want to make sure I get a good impression, so I'm just going to add a tad bit more ink and then line everything up. This is going to be a semi-quick video. I'm going to do a little bit of coloring, so I'm going to let you guys watch that. But I'm going to first remove that coffee sentiment because I want to stamp that coffee cup a few more times. I want to have 3 of those cute little mugs. So let me grab another piece of paper and stamp off some extras. Because, you know, we don't want our coffee cup to be lonely. It has to have some buddies. And the way some of my mornings have gone, I probably could use about 3 or 4 cups of coffee to get my mojo going. All right, that looks pretty good. All of my images are stamped. These are the Spectrum Noir colors I'm going to be using. I'm going to also use this pretty doodlebug pattern paper here. This is like one of my go-to paper pattern sets. Or, yeah, that was a quick one. God, I sound like I'm on a lot of coffee right now. That has a bunch of paper clips all over it. That is one of my go-to pads. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I don't want to go like totally crazy like I did last time and get you guys dizzy. I think that's good enough. I'm going to go ahead and start some music, and you guys can watch me color. Alrighty, all that is done, so let's go ahead and start assembling the card. I'm just going to use some Nina Solar White cardstock for my base. That's usually what I use for all of my card bases. You know what? I need to zoom out. I'm too close. So let me back up the camera a little bit so you're just not seeing my big old hands in the way. I'm going to also mat that pattern paper that I picked. I'm going to mat it with some green so it kind of picks up the green that's already in the cardstock. And there is our panel. But I also want to mat this panel as well. I don't like the white on white. So I grabbed a piece of scrap cardstock. I went ahead and grabbed some really bright orange. But I'm going to need to also cut that panel down a little bit. And I'm not talking about the panel that I colored, but the orange panel. So I'm going to grab, first let me go ahead and lay this down before I go ahead and grab my cutting mat and X-Acto knife, because I probably can line this up pretty good and only have to cut off one corner. We're going to see how that goes. So let me go ahead and grab my cutting mat and my X-Acto knife and my Perfect Layers tool. I usually always use the mark for the 1/16th of an inch. That's usually what my borders are anytime I mat something. So I think I might be pretty spot on with this one. We're just going to check and see. Yep, I'm spot on the corner. So I just actually need to cut the bottom part off. Woohoo, super easy. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's get the rest of this garbage out of the way so we can finish putting this lovely coffee themed card together. And I really hope you guys would join in on the blog hop. This is the first time I'm joining in on the blog hop with these ladies, but I have saw the list of sponsors and it is mind-boggling. So many great sponsors, and they're so fortunate to have all these companies want to join in on the blog hop and, you know, give us a chance to win some of their great product. All right, we have that part done, but now I'm thinking I need to go ahead and add my coffee cups on at this point. See, and you can't just have one lonely coffee mug. It has to be several. It needs friends. So I'm just going to grab my square pop-up dots. These are perfect for these little shapes, so I don't have to like cut out of my larger roll of foam tape. Now, I won't tell you that I won't do that at times, but these were just in hand's reach, and they're small enough to fit on the back of these tiny little images here. All right, so I'll put the green one down there. And I'll go ahead and throw my orange coffee one there. Line them up and I'll go ahead and press them down. That looks pretty good. But I think I need something else, something black to add to this. Maybe some dashes or something. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab my multi-liner pen and my ruler and just put a few lines, diagonal lines across this. In my opinion, there's just a lot of white going on here. So I just want to add, you know, an extra element to my card, but I don't want it to be ink, and I don't really want it to be faux stitching on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw some lines. I'm not trying to measure. I'm not trying to be fancy. Just going to put down me some lines. And I think just adds a little bit of more pizzazz, I guess I'll say, to this card without like overkill with more ink or sequins. All right, I think that, yep, let me see. Do I like that? I like it. All righty, that looks fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and finish up this card. It was super easy to do, especially when I'm either on too much coffee or I need more coffee. I'm not sure where I'm at right now. I think I probably need more coffee. I don't try to drink more than 2 cups a day. If I'm on my 3rd cup, you know it's been a bad day. I'm going to also grab a paper clip and put it on my panel so it matches the background of my paper. Alrighty, I need a little bit of height to this card, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my roll of foam tape. Instead of using all the tiny little squares, I'm going to go ahead and just grab a strip off of my roll tape. And once I put this down, I'm thinking, yeah, you probably could have saved some of that and cut that big piece in half. But, you know, we're just going to go with the flow right now, just to finish up this card. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. And I hope if you have not had your coffee today that you have some. And maybe more than just one. If you like coffee, that is. If you like tea, have yourself some tea. Anything to relax you. Alrighty, there we go. The coffee themed card is done. I hope you guys had a great time hanging out with me today. I will see you guys soon. I want you to go forth and be crafty. Well, I decided to add one more sentiment to my card. Now the card is complete. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you liked what you saw today, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss a thing. Go forth and be crafty.